all seen these FBI warning, piracy, cracks, everything. So it says the unauthorized reproduction or distribution of a copyrighted work is illegal, and so on and so on. And that means for movies, for games, for whatever that is copyrighted, that is not free, you are legally not allowed to pirate or whatever. Now, with me personally, I don't have a problem with pirating. Yes, I do see a problem with it. It is wrong because people are making these games and intending on making money off of them, but they don't really lose that much money because of piracy. Like, the whole entire piracy, like, thing, like movies and stuff, like, with every single movie that was created, probably a few million have been pirated to a few billion, right? And with these FBI warnings, you can get a fine up to 250 grand and 5 years in prison. But that's the maximum penalty. Additionally, there are tons of pirating websites, Steam Unlocked, Pirates Bay, everything. Today we're going to be talking about the Pirates Bay. So, Pirates Bay was founded in 2003 by Pirate Brian, right? They used torrent files to download their pirate stuff, right? Torrent files are peer-to-peer file sharing. You know, like they have BitTorrent, QBitTorrent. I use QBitTorrent for some things, just because there are some things that I use that I need to install for torrents and stuff. So, and yeah, those are torrents, and that's what they used to use because it's a lot faster. It's a very so instead of, for example, someone downloads something off the Pirates Bay and you have to install it on Google, it'll take a lot more time, right? And Pirate Bay has sparked controversies and discussion about the legal aspects of file sharing, copyright, and civil liberties, and become a platform for political initiatives, if I said that right, against established intellectual property laws, as well as a central figure in an anti-copyright movement. So the FBI has been trying to shut these guys down for a long time. They have multiple times. I'll get to that. And then in April 2009, the website's founders, Peter Sunday and Frederick Neij, and Gottfried Svaltham were found guilty in the Pirate Bay trial. So they made a whole trial against this in Sweden for assisting copyright infringement, and were sentenced to serve 1 year in prison and pay a fine, right? In some countries, internet service providers, ISPs, have been ordered to block access to this website. Subsequently, proxy websites have been providing access to it. Founders, I don't know how to say that name, Neij and Sunday, were all released by 2015 after serving shortened sentences. The Pirate Bay has been involved in a number of lawsuits both as the plaintiff and the defendant. On 17th of April 2009, Peter Sunday, Frederick Neage, and Gottfried and Carl Ludstorm were all found guilty of assistance to copyright infringement and sentenced to 1 year in prison and payment of a fine of 30 million Swedish kronor, approximately $4.2 million in US dollars, $2.8 million in euros, or 3.1 million euros after the trial of 9 days. The defendants appealed the verdict and accused the judge of giving in to political pressure. On the 26th of November 2010, the court upheld the verdict, decreasing the original prison terms but increasing the fine to 46 million kronor. On the 17th of May 2010, because of an injunction against their bandwidth provider, the site was taken offline. Access to the site was later restored with a message making fun of the injunction on their front page. On the 23rd of June 2010, the group disbanded due to the death of Ibi I don't know how to say that name. A permanent member and co-founder of the group. The Pirate Bay was hosted for several years by PRQ, a Sweden-based company owned by creators of TPB Gottfried and Frederick. PRQ is said to provide a high... I cannot read today. But yeah, the Pirate Bay was sued for 4.2 million US dollars in Sweden because they were committing piracy. And they are still up today. They pirate movies, games, applications, like, for example, Malwarebytes. They pirate Malwarebytes, cracked versions of Malwarebytes and stuff like that, and it's like people are losing a lot of money, and people are also not losing a lot of money, because the majority of things on there are big people that like make a lot of money off of what they do, and most people do not pirate it necessarily. And also, so I'm going to read this from quotes just like I did earlier off of Reddit. You can go to the Reddit post if you want. Link will be in the description. Now, Pirate Bay has always been a buyer beware kind of place. You never knew if a torrent had a virus, but now they have ads on that site that I wouldn't click with a gun to my head. And worse, when you click download 2 out of 3 times, it opens a tab with an ad saying click accept download torrent. the permissions and then opens the permissions box. So they have very malicious ads on their website, which are not very, friendly towards an average PC user, because maybe the average PC user is someone who doesn't understand the computer very much, and let's say, for example, a grandmother, a grandson showed his grandmother Pirate Bay and said, hey, how about we download a movie off this website, right? And if the grandmother did it and she clicked on ads, she'd go to her grandson like, hey, my PC's acting weird, can I have help? And you wouldn't know what you're doing. Right? Ever since the owners were arrested, the site has gone to shit. There isn't any moderation at all, and it's filled with viruses. Please avoid TPP and use 1337. That is moderated and much safer. That was a quote I just read. Don't use whatever they said, but still, don't use Pirates Bay. I mean, it's your free will. You can if you want to, but it is illegal. Keep that in mind. And it may be filled with viruses. That's what you can never tell. For example, with Steam Unlocked, it's 50-50. There could be viruses on the website. There may not. It's just a rabbit hole that you go down and you can't go. You can only go for so long. And the Swedish government, right? They got a little bit of themselves involved into this. They, like I said, they went to a lawsuit and stuff, and also they made their revenue from advertisements, donations, merchandise, cryptocurrency mining. Keep that in mind, cryptocurrency mining. How do you cryptocurrency mine, right? You get someone to download something, and then it uses your PC for crypto mining, right? That must mean that the Pirates Bay must have had some sort of crypto mining on there, right? And with the donations they used, I would suspect that they would have bought the games and put them on their website pirated, right? And there's a big story on this, but at the end of the day, don't pirate stuff.